Muse Starlight, fantastic beginner bass lesson. It's a really cool song, really fun bass line to play, and I think you're going to like it a lot. Anyway, I am Finbar of Finbar Bass. All right, so what are those lessons all about down there when you click in the YouTube text box right down there? You should definitely do that if you haven't already. There are some really fun lessons for beginners on there. There's one for intermediate, for more advanced players. For instance, there's a lesson on the floating thumb technique, right? Which is a cool right hand, or actually a plucking hand technique, I should say. If you're lefty, it'd be your left hand, righty, it'd probably be your right hand. But it's a way to mute the strings out, to keep your hand in a natural position. It's the way that I play bass. I love it a lot. It's not the only way, of course, but these tips and tricks can kind of catapult you sort of like into the next level, make your playing sound more professional, and make those notes really ring out. It's helped a lot of people out, and that's just one of the lessons, that's just an example. But it's basically, again, about, having fun, getting better on the bass, and playing some music. All right, so we are going to start right here on the 14th fret of the A string, right here. And for the intro, really what you're going to be doing there is you're going to be hitting eighth notes, just like that. So that would be, I'm on the 14th fret of the A string, and I'm hitting 8 notes per measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're going to do that actually for 4 measures without changing it up. That's just in the intro right here. So you're kind of just droning on that 14th fret of the A string right there. And then the next measure, what you're going to do, after you're done with those 4 measures of 8 notes each, right, you are going to... so the melody is going to kick in of the song. And once you hear the melody kicking in, you're going to go. And what I'm doing there is, it's very simple. Instead of doing a full measure of this 14th fret of the A string, you're going to only hit it 7 times, right? And you see this a lot in music. You're going to hit it 7 times, and on the 8th hit, you're not going to stay on there. You're going to go basically creep into the next measure. Right, so you're going to hit this 7 times, and then you're going to hit the 16th fret 1 time, basically, of that measure. But it's going to go, right, and then you're on the 16th fret, okay? And when you're on that 16th fret, you're going to actually hit that 6 times, and then you're going to go like this. You're going to alternate between the 14th and the 16th. So if I do it all slow. See that? I went back to the 14th and 16th and 14th, right? Now, probably the easiest way to learn this without thinking about all the measures, without thinking about timing at all, without thinking about anything, is just listening to the song a bunch of times and getting the groove that he's in, and then trying to play along with it on bass. And then you'll see everything works out and everything fits together like pieces of a puzzle, because it's all in a very prolific 4/4 time signature, which we're all used to and we all see, so all the time we all hear it. So once you learn the song by ear, you'll be able to play it on bass. But if you do want to actually do it, more by thinking about the measures, what you're going to be doing, like I said, you're going to be hitting the 14th fret 7 times, and then this 1 time, that'll finish out that measure, which is the 16th fret. This is all on the A string, right? Then you're going to keep hitting that 16th fret, and you're going to hit it 5 more times, right? So 6 times in all. Then you're going to go back to the 14th, then 16th, then 14th. Right? So again, I'll do it super slow so you can figure it out. I gotta admit, I'm not even counting that off to myself when I'm playing it, just because I know the rhythm and the groove. So. Then what you're going to do is, and the way I play this, I'm on my middle finger on the 14th fret, pinky on the 16th, then you're going to go up with your pointer on the 13th fret, all the way up on this 13th fret of the G string, right? You're going to do the same thing there. You're going to hit it only 7 times, not 8, but 7. And then you're going to go to the 14th fret of the D string. So if I do that all slow. got there is, so you're on this 14th fret of the D string, right? This is after the 13th of the G. 14th of the D string, you're going to go, whoops. So what I'm doing there is you're riding on the 14th, then you're going to go 13th, back to the 14th, and then 16th. Right? So if I do that all really slow. 13th. So you're actually hitting that 14th fret 6 times. Right? You're on the 13th 7 times. Then you go to this 14th, hit it 6 times. One in the previous measure and one for the measure that it's actually in. So you got. And then it repeats, right after this part. So that's the intro and the melody part, right? And the melody repeats, like I said. And then for the chorus. So you're on the 4th fret of the A string first, right? And these are all 8th notes, so you're playing 8 notes per measure. You know, very simple. You're on the 4th fret of the A string for 8 notes, right? 1 measure. 2nd fret of the E string. Then 1st fret of the D string. So you got. Then you're on that 4th fret of the E string, right there. Slide that up to the 5th fret of the E string. So far we have, let's see. Open E, right? And then you're going to repeat the 5th fret. And this is where it gets cool. You're going to go to the 6th fret of the A string. Right? That sounds out of place, but it sounds really cool. So, and then after the 6th fret of the A string, you're just going to hit the 4th fret once again of the E string and just hold it. Just like that. So if I played that all together. And then there is a long pause. You're going to have like 8 measures, including this one where you hit the 4th fret of the E string, where you're not really doing anything. And then when you come back in, you're going to be on the 4th fret of the E string. And this is just another run here of 8th notes. So you got 4th fret of the E string, right? That's the 6th fret of the A string. And then you got the 7th fret of the A string. So you got. And of course you go down to the 7th fret of the E string, right? So, and then you repeat that. You're going to go 4th fret of the E, 6th fret of the A, 7th fret of the A string. So if I just did that kind of slow. Repeat. 6th fret, 7th fret. And then instead of going down to that 7th fret of the E the second time you do it, go all the way up to the 11th fret of the, all the way up to the 11th fret right here of the G string. Just like that. All right, you got it, yo. Starlight from Muse, fantastic band, incredible song. You are gonna learn how to play this and you are gonna love it. I'm telling you, it is easy. Don't forget to click on the little link below to get those lessons if you haven't already. You can always subscribe to Finbar Bass if you want to know when all this magic is coming out. And other than that, thank you so much for listening. I truly do appreciate it. and have fun with that one, yo.